Hey, what's going on guys? Nick from Soho Motorsports here, and today we're going to discuss Cole's 2017 Nissan 370z with our Supercharged V2 air-to-air light kit. It never fails, man. Like every time a client comes in and wants to get a tune, they're always looking for that quest for more power. So Cole came to us last May and got a tune, an Ecutech tune from us. He had our Soho intakes on it, high flow cats, and still retained the stock wide back exhaust. So we discussed some options after the car got tuned. The car made 320 and 254 when it got tuned. That seemed reasonable at the time, and here we are here, supercharged. You always want that quest for more power, and it always happens every single time. No matter who the individual is, they'll say, I'm used to this, I won't want any more. Here's your exhibit right here, exhibit A. So with this vehicle here, what we did, we decided to present the Soho V2 air-to-air light kits to him. He wanted around 500 wheel was his goal, and whether it was going nitrous or whether it was going forced induction, he was gonna get that goal, that horsepower goal. So the Soho V2 air-to-air light kits, as you can see here, he wanted to go with the filtered option. He wanted to quiet down a little bit. He didn't want to do the turbo guard, so he wanted to go with the filtered option, which still fits very nicely inside the actual bumper itself. I'll pan over the car and I'll show you how it looks with the bumper on, and also I'll pan over and show you how it looks with the bumper off, so you kind of get an idea as to how tight everything is. I mean, there's a lot going on in this area right here, so, but it fits and it works. So this kit is the standard kit, so it's gonna come with a 340 liter per hour fuel pump. We upgraded to 1300cc injectors. Knowing Cole, he'll wanna come back and do E85 in a return system, make a little bit more power, so we went with the 1300cc injectors, just to kind of have the injectors there in place and build that foundation for the fueling system when we do decide to go for E85 and make a little bit more power. So on this setup here, the standard 8-pound pulley came on it. With the light kit, you get to still retain your stock intake manifold. When we had the previous kit, which was not the light kit, it had the Soho intake manifold. We are planning on bringing that kit back along with the intake manifolds, possibly around the middle of this year. Stay tuned, we'll provide some more information on our social media posts and let you guys know, hey, that intake manifold is back in stock. So the V2 light kit still retains the stock intake manifold, still gonna make the power. You're not gonna get to a point where you blow the intake manifold or crack it in the back. Typically that happens around 16 to 17 PSI. Not the case on this one here. So like I said, we did 1300cc injectors, 340 liter per hour pump. It is hardwired. It does come with a spot kit whenever we ship the kits out to basically keep and sustain the voltage under higher load. That's why we provide the SPA relay kit in the actual kit itself. So filter setup, Turbo Smart race port blow-off valve. He's got the intercooler. On this setup, he still did retain his high flow cats. We did switch out to our Soho Y and our Soho single with our resonator. I'll let you hear a couple clips of it starting off, then also pull on the dyno towards the end of the video. You'll be able to hear how it actually sounds under wide open throttle. Sounds good, it sounds tame. It has the high flow cats, so it does sound really, really good, and it sounds very exotic is how I would explain it. A lot of people go with this combo when they do the high flow cats, the resonator with the single, and the Soho Y. As far as drivetrain components, now to be able to kind of put the power down, you're not gonna be able to do that with the stock clutch. He went with the Z-Speed Stage 3 full face clutch. As I said in the previous videos, a lot of the components that we use for drivetrain on any of these forced induction build Zs or Gs is gonna be Z-Speed components. Check them out, zspeedperformance.com. If you have any questions, you can contact us, you can contact George. He's the one that runs Z-Speed Performance. So be sure to check them out. They are great clutches, they do handle the abuse, and they hold the power. So the big question, how much power did this car put down? So like I said, the car put down 320 and 254 when it came and got tuned last May. So on this setup here, it still is on pump gas, just over 13 PSI, put down 564 and 411. That's over 200 wheel increase from where he came in to the tire, and also over 150 foot-pounds of torque to the tire of how he came in. This is still on pump gas and just over 13 pounds. So this car is gonna be nice. I always get the question, hey, what's the difference between going turbo and going supercharged? Basically, when you go supercharged, you take your NA line or your NA dyno plot, which is very like this, and you basically just level it up and you get the more power. Now, if you want to go and do forced induction with a turbo kit, you're gonna get a little bit more aggressive of a torque line, but the power is still gonna be a lot higher as well too. Nice thing with that, you also get to do different boost levels. On this setup, we are going to do different maps. We're gonna do a high horsepower map, which is gonna be his 564, and then we'll do a little bit less map, somewhere around the 500 wheel horsepower mark. So if he wants to daily it or have somebody else drive the vehicle, he can do that. We'll also include our custom traction control map that we use with the custom maps on the EcuTech. And basically what that does is, as he's going down the road, you still retain traction control. If it does start to spin, all that happens is the light flashes, and it doesn't cut power like the stock stuff does. Other than that, this was a very simple build. I mean, he still has the stock tires, so this is going to surprise a lot of people. Roll up on them, cool, stock Z, stock wheels, stock front bumper, looks like he has an exhaust, and he's out of here. So we are in Cole's car, the 2017 370Z V2 Lyte kit, 8-pound pulley, in Mexico with Justin and I.
I love me a supercharged car, especially a manual. This car drives so nice. I love it so much.
Instant power, instant torque, you're there.
Oh man.
And then you just put around like Miss Daisy after it.
Like I said, I'm still on the fence, turbo supercharger, man, but God, supercharged cars are so good. This one also has some single exit, so you get the noise with none of the rasp, and then Z-Speed Stage 3 has got the organic Super Street in it. I mean, it drives, like I said, it drives like a stock car. Like, I mean, you got a little bit heavier pedal feel, but otherwise than that, you can just throw grandma on this thing and tell her, you know, go to church on Sunday or go get some groceries.
I think that one, you had traction still on that one too, so it had a traction map. Did it flash on you?
It didn't flash.
Okay, so it's hooking.
That was a third. It might not in second. We'll find out in a minute.
Yeah. So now we got the AC on, got a little warm. It's like 80 degrees in North Carolina at the end of February when it should be 30 and snowing.
Which is, it's good for traction, I'll tell you that. Not ideal for horsepower, but definitely good for traction. So let's find out if it does traction in a second. It is the perfect daily.
You don't need no more.
It is the perfect daily. It is enough to make you grin from ear to ear. It is more than enough to get in trouble with.
He still has the stock wheels, stock front bumper. You wouldn't know the wiser.
It's perfect. I love manual supercharged cars. They're just money. Absolute money.
And that was with the AC on too.
Yeah, that was the air conditioning on. And I tell you, the average fuel economy showing 21 right now. That might go down a little bit once it gets in and starts driving it. But miles per gallon, man, you can't replace it. This thing drives so good.
Yep. So
it seriously drives like a stock car. Like there's no exaggeration there. Like throttle control, like throttle modulation, the whole 9 yards. And I mean, you know, it's like driving a stock Z. You just have twice the horsepower and a whole bunch of really awesome whooshy noises.
Yep. That shows you we are in the country.
Oh yeah, we in the country, boys.
Regular street, John Deere tractor.
And we ain't doing no Fast and Furious stuff in this thing. I don't think it'll fit.
So we do appreciate your support. Thank you for watching. We do appreciate everybody who has placed their orders. We are shipping orders out daily and are building orders every day. So please bear with us as we continue to get these kits out and get all these orders fulfilled. And we do, once again, we appreciate your support. Hit the link below, follow us on YouTube, and we'll catch you on the next one.